Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nathaniel. Welcome to Nimbus Academy. Today we'll be doing the box Filmsy from the Proving Ground Academy, and it's I think it's an easy box, and I think it's also a Linux-based machine. So, of course, we will go through Active Directory and we will go through Windows-based boxes. But let's just finish. Let's just not focus on one thing at a time. All right, so let's get right into the box. Okay, so okay, you can see my screen. If I need to make it larger, I'll make it larger. All right, so here is the IP address as usual attached to the machine, and of course we're going to do our usual port scanning, and we're going to enumerate our targets. And then from there, we'll look at what ports are open and try to enumerate each port, and then go on from there and see how we can leverage on Google and research to help exploit our machine. All right. Okay, so let's get right into it. I've done this box before, obviously, and again, these are quite old boxes. I won't say they're quite old boxes, but I mean, to me, I haven't done them recently. I think I did like 2 or 3 months ago. And I also noticed something, that certain boxes I did like some couple of months ago are no longer on the Proving Ground platform anymore. So I think OSCP constantly updates their platform. For example, the Wombo is no longer there. Even some of the TJ lists that came out, some of the boxes are no longer there too. So all right, so so we have this. Okay, so IP address working. All right, so let's create our let's just create a directory over here. I think it's called Filmsy, right? So Filmsy, and then we can just cd into Filmsy after that. Okay, so we have in the Filmsy. Basically what I did was I just told the terminal screen to, hey, create, that's marked there, create a folder Filmsy, and then cd into or change directory into the cd I just did. So create this first and then cd into this. So that's what it is. That's what I just did. All right, so of course, as usual, mmap scan. I'm just going to change IP address. Okay, maybe I can just do, I can do Filmsy txt, and let's see now the IP address. Oops, did I just okay, so I think there's anything else we need to need to reduce this to T4. All right, so let's let that run. So it keeps running. Okay, so cd into Filmsy, and I just like to cat out just to see what ports are open right now. Okay. And they're running. Oh wow, okay. That's an error. Huge error here. Okay. There you go. Okay, you see SSH open, HTTP 3306. What port is that? Let me see what kind of port we're working with. Okay, MySQL. Oh, okay, MySQL. All right. Okay, now that's the default port, but it may not be connected to it. So we also have a database on this machine. All right, okay, exploiting MySQL. I think I've done a few exploitations on, I think MongoDB, I've done one, I've done Postgres, and MySQL is another exploitation. But I think for MySQL, I remember I've done like some privilege escalation on MySQL. Actually, it's even on the what's it called, the Tiberius privilege escalation training on Udemy, where he shows. I think I actually have the notes. While this is running, let me just Let me see if I can look at my notes. I know I have. I'm sorry. Is script. Not sure where I kept that. Oh yeah, there you go. So I know there was a particular exploit that he did. I think it was service based. Yeah, it has to be service exploits, right? Exec. Yeah, this. Yeah, this is it right here. So it tells you to go to this exploit over here, up to 7. Yeah, this is it exactly. Yeah, this is it. This is the MySQL I remember I did. Yeah, this is it. So Tiberius also thought on it, and then I'm not sure what box this was though. I know there was a box that required me to do this, but we'll get there because I'll be doing all the boxes anyways. So. Alright, so let's see if it's done. So it's kind of done. Not yet. Okay, we're 65% on the way. Wait, 300. Wait, 3,500. Let's see what this holds for us. Okay. Transmission control. Okay. Okay, so I think our stuff is done. All right, so let's come here and let's just. As usual, let's find a way to keep good notes. We need to. No, because we will keep a good notes actually. So Filmsy, and then let's just copy and paste this real quick, and then I'm already even seeing 1 or 2 things that I can do already. So this is really good. So this makes this, it's just something you just see and you're like, yeah, okay, this is probably the path I'll be working with. What are we doing here? Oops, not this. Okay. Sorry. You guys can see my screen. So we're working with port 22, port 80. 336 running MySQL, port 8080. Okay. And I usually port 80 host servers, and port 443 is host HTTPS. And well, here we can see 43500 hosting HTTP. Interesting. Okay. Did I copy everything properly inside? I have to check some of this stuff over here. So. Okay, right now, I did copy everything properly, right? Okay, yep. So we can clear this out and just move on. Okay, all right. So we can see SSH again. This is usually my last option here. Anyways, but we'll have some interesting things over here. We see the default port 80. Running NGX 1.18.0, and then we can see HTTP header here having upright. Nothing too interesting here. You can see MySQL. Generally, you kind of have to be in the system to be able to exploit MySQL. You can do it externally, but you kind of have to log into the MySQL account. And if it doesn't have generally maybe an easy password, or if you can brute force it, that's probably another way too. But be careful with brute force so that it doesn't blacklist the IP address. And if it does, just spin up a Linode server or use another VM to attack the machine. Yeah, so and then we see port 8080 that usually hosts by default host a web server, but here is you see that it's closed. And then see port 43500 open on HTTP, and it's running OpenResty web app server. Interesting. Right, and we can see HTTP header saying a pick 6, 2.8. Okay. All right. This looks interesting. Yep, it does. All right. So let's start 22. Okay. So let's just start with port 80 and just see what we have on our board. Oops. So let's copy the IP address real quick. Copy and then we'll paste it. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? Okay. All right. See what we have here. See if there's anything that we can work with. Oof. So it's just a bunch of front-end codes. Dreamy Honey. Okay, it's probably one of the gallery's portraits, like it says here. About section. Maybe for that, just looks like a whole bunch of front end. Riley quotes. Let's poke around, see what we're looking for, see what they respond to. Nothing. Okay, we do see a bunch of names here. Found a CEO. Okay, this could be a bunch of lists we can work with. Sure, you know what? I'm just gonna take a screenshot and put it on what's it called? On my OneNote document. Can we put it in here? Probably not. Never tried it. Let's put it into my OneNote documentation. Like to keep this because these names I may be able to do some editing on those names. For example, if I'm going to maybe keep these names because, for example, these are really important people within the organization. We can see the CEO, founder and CEO over here, so can maybe write some names down, right? Something I could use. For example, we can have like a name like Calvin, right? We can have Walk, and have C Walk, right? Those are kind of formats that certain people would save their names at. We can have C.walk. Right, we can have Jennifer. Right, we can have Soft. We can have J Soft. We can have J dot Soft. We can have S Jennifer, probably. Alright, and then we can have D Rock, right, or D just Rock. Right, we can have Calvin second. Good name. Jennifer second. Okay, so these are potential names that we could possibly have. So let's just keep that here and just keep looking through our target again. All right. So you can see a place to put in certain information. Okay, info at upright. So this is a legitimate email account that we can also keep. Upright company. So let's keep that too here. All right. Go to the next page. Okay, so it just goes down. So about, oh, okay. So going through the pages, there's nothing here for us. Nothing here that I can really work with. Let's see what message is sent to me. Let's just put Tim, email address, yeah, MIHIN. Then let's do a subject, say sales. And again, I mean, I'm just going out of my head. Let's just look at the bash shell right here. Our port is 45. Working with let's see now, 4 5 5. All right, let's do port 9000. That's fine. And we'll copy this. And I don't know, maybe it could execute. Of course, probably not. And you know, I'm trying. Find something here. Oh, what I'm working on 9000 01 0. Okay, 01. Listen to that port and send it. Nope. Okay. Oh, this is the NGX that we're looking at. So that's the web server it's running on. Okay, so no. Okay. And we. No, it doesn't work because you have to have the cmd/cmd command. So there's nothing interesting here, right? Okay. So let's go back to our script, to our nmap scan. So, but it doesn't look. So we have 43,500 running HTTP. This is closed, so no need to even look through that. So let's look at that. Okay, it gives us a JavaScript error. Again, let's just look through to see. We can look through the. Let's read the source code. Okay, I need to check HTTP header actually. So see what information. Actually, yeah, I'm actually take that back. I don't need to check HTTP header. It's right over here. HTTP server header, pack 6, 2.8, and site doesn't have a title. Now, another way again that you can, if you want to check the HTTP header for whatever machine you're working with, like this, you know, you can just simply you can just do curl-i and then you have whatever it is you're looking for. So this is that argument or one of the options for curl to just output out the HTTP header for you, just like the nmap scan did for us. So over here we can see transfer encoding chunked. So we see this. Yeah, it looks interesting, right? So we've tried to look through this. We can't find anything. Again, I'm not done enumerating this target, right? Usually I would also do HTTP enum on there from nmap scripting stuff, a bunch of scripts on the NSEs on there. But let's just relax. Let's just look at things that are a bit more interesting. This 43,500 definitely looks interesting, right? Because usually, I mean, you can host HTTP on any port, but it's open to like open REST web server, and then it has some kind of like a way that we can search exploit to see maybe this may have some kind of known exploit on there. So we can do search exploit and look at, did I copy? Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay, let's just copy this. Alright, so search exploit Apex. Okay, they just brought down one stuff. Very good. And it's PY and remote code execution. Okay, yes, it's 2.8, but at least this is more than it. It's not. This is not like 2.14 or something like that. So if it's less than that, this is might probably work, or the stuff may probably still exist on there. So let's again try it. So again, it's an easy box. So it is based on OSCP's community rating. Okay, so we can do that, and let's just clear screen real quick. So let's just do Nana, so the script requires of us. Remote code execution, and then we have what kind of, it's a Python script. What kind of Python is it running? Python 2, Python 3. Okay, let's look at the usage. So what does it require? What does it require? I'd like to read up on this and just see. I'd like to read up on this and just see what it requires. Hosts. This is written in JSON, so I just want to read up on these exploits, see what it does before I try anything else. You know, just to educate ourselves. Let's clone the GitHub repository. This is just this. I'm gonna read you. Sometimes reading people's code can be like just crazy hard. And I'm not that like crazy proficient at it. I mean, I can read code, but sometimes it's just better to just read people's explanation. And sometimes just thing. Let's clone using it up. Isn't there like some kind of then we could look at? I don't want to open it. It's likely going to be an actual answer to what we're looking at. Okay, no. All right, so we do know what it requires, right? This target IP L host as a local host, and okay, the target URL. Okay, all right. So what's the target URL that we're working with? Yes, so it's the target URL we're working with. Let's copy, and then we can do 50, right? And the target URL we're working with is this. And it's a URL, so lhost, we're looking at 192.168.45.5 and our local port. What do we use? Just port 21. Okay. Guess it runs Python 3 then. Okay. Let's see. What is going on? I need to go. Or supposed to look at the document. GitHub. It just says this. Okay, if you use Python 3, this is this. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. No, I'm not, but sorry. Should have known better. LVMP for stuff. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let me just, I'm not about to waste my time. I need to pick up my notes I have here and tips and tricks. Before we go, I just want to know where's Python, so that sorry, where is Python? So we can see Python 2, so let's see Python 2 and bring it here and copy, do it here, there we go. Okay, so we're the user of Franklin. Okay, it doesn't even allow that. So let's cd into /home and cd into Franklin. See what we have here. Okay, so we have the local.txt file over here, so we can view that. So then if you cd into /root and we try to, let's just say LSHL on there. Permission denied. Into stuff. Yeah, at all? Actually, yeah, permission denied. So just sit into /temp and then bring our what's it called 192.168 and transfer our enumeration script on there /192.168.5/ lin enum.sh over here. Then let's go to oh boy. Okay. We can just do cd into. We can cd into home/desktop. I think it's pentesting or, and I think I'm doing prev-esc tools and go into Linux. So lin enum.sh. So let's just set up a quick Python server. The 3-m I think is 3-m http.server. So automatically on that port. And then let's see. Work. Connection refused. Why? Okay. I think I might know why. No. Take that back. I'm sorry. Easy. That. Oh, it didn't even select anything. My page. Okay, there you go. So we do ls. We have a linear script. ls-l. See what kind of So we see the read write. Okay. Franklin and no groups. So but it's not executable, so let's change that. We're gonna do a change mod x and then we're gonna do that. Let's confirm. Okay, alright, there you go. So let's run our script. Let's wait for that to run. Let's see what we have. Right, so let's just start from the top. So what we have. So a few things I like to look at first. One of the very first things I like to look at is cron jobs. I just passed it. That's like the first thing I look at. I look at cron jobs first, and then try to look at writable files, and I try to look at /etc, the config file. That I'd love to look at those areas, but usually cron jobs are usually the first ones I want to look at. Usually. Okay, so let's look at the information on this box first. Let's just see something. What we have. Okay, so if we're going to do like a cron exploit, at least we know what kind. I'm not talk too much. I think it's going way beyond myself. Okay, yeah, if we well, we could try it and compile, say it, but usually cron exploit are the last exploits I do on the system because they're quite unstable. Nothing. Okay. Let's see. I mean, Franklin should be here, right? And you don't see the UID, the user ID, MySQL, it's part of the group MySQL. You can see guy over here, Franklin, with, so no group. He hasn't been assigned to a group yet. They're just basic client user. So our etc/passwords. Okay, another thing I like to look at is to see if this is also writable. Alright, that's another thing. Another thing I also look at with privilege escalation is if I have access to say .ssh, the SSH that exists in /root though. So it's something else too I like to look at, because if that is readable, it means we can SSH into that system as root, but it's not. In this case, that would be very easy privilege escalation. So permit root login, yes. Cron jobs are usually my first thing. Look at. Okay, so let's look at our cron jobs real quick. So a quick education about cron jobs. So anytime you see these stars right over here, and there are 5 of them, it means it runs every 1 minute. So sometimes you could see like a star here that will have maybe /2, it means it runs every 2 minutes. Sometimes you could see the cron job that could have maybe over here /2, and then you see some, I don't know how, like /3, just add 2 + 3, it runs every 5 minutes. So as long as you see 5 stars, it means it runs every minute. But now what we see is that there is a cron job that is running at root over here in the /root. So the root folder we wanted to go to initially, the root folder and the root directory, the root directory in root file system that we were trying to access, that we had no permission on there initially. This is it right here. So there is a run dot, there is a bash script on here, and it seems like this bash script does a system update every 1 minute. So this is very interesting, because I do know that when it comes to system updates, right, the configuration files, like the updates, which is system update, is generally stored in the etc, because etc is what holds all configuration files on a Linux system. So, and that's why it's really important that you understand Linux and its file system too before trying to, and that's why it's important that you have a good understanding of Linux, because if you don't, you may not understand why this is an easy exploit, right? So, or why this could be an easy exploit. So now if you see apps get update, so we know that this script, whatever the content of this script is, of course we don't even have access to it because we tried to even go in there initially, as of course as custom is for OffSec, and even I think Hack the Box does the same thing also. So and we can see the update over here. So if we can check the /etc that stores all configuration files, we may be able to inject our malicious payload on there, maybe like a reverse shell on there, and but we need to do a bit of research although on here, because it might be a different kind of what's it called, injecting a reverse injecting a malicious payload that could speak back to our computer, reverse shell really. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at our apt-get update so on our system. So no, I don't want to skip this. So I don't have to come back here. But this definitely looks like a point for a previous escalation for us. If not, we'll look into something else. Okay, so we'll be back to this. Let's just keep this. Please don't die on me. Recording. All right. I'm almost done. Let me see. Okay. So over here, we can do cd into /etc/ apt actually /con. Let's just see what files are even in here in the first place. Is it directory? Should be a directory, right? Yep, so we do have access to it. Not my time type. Okay, so on here we can see a whole bunch of config files, and let's just do it. Except for this, so these are all the configuration files for, of course, this user Franklin. And we can see majority of this file here are in the root group and are also run by root. So for this particular directory, it's very interesting because you can definitely create malicious payload here, since this file is this directory. That's it. I'm just not trying to. How do I do this without going back? CD. Let's just share. I just want to see something. Yeah, so it's owned by root and is in the root group. So we can definitely put in a malicious payload there, and that malicious payload will execute as root. So we should get a reverse shell there. So yeah, we should get a reverse shell that will speak to us that way. I'll speak to us as root, and it's a period escalation. Now, is it always this easy on the OSCP? Probably not. Or in real world pen test? Nah, probably not. I mean, It could be if you're really dealing with like some really bozos, developers or system administrators. Okay, so for the sorry, I forgot my thoughts. Okay, so we're going to create a script over here. We can just do echo. Let's look for a script, but just want to look at something. Apt. Config. Exploit. Let's see who my friend has here. Action packages are logged in. Update, retrieve new list of packages. Interested in what terminal users? No, not this. Reporters. Root sudo to apt server. Ashford. Can we even use sudo? No, very unlikely. Very unlikely that we can. Yeah, it's unlikely that we can. Matter. Be able to use that path. We will want to do. Okay. Yeah, I already checked the permissions. He has that already, so fine. Execute on its own. Okay, that's what I was talking about when it says /2 basically runs every 2 minutes. Okay, now as we know, app.config, the div file has full permission as said above. You can also manually check to ensure the writable directory using find command in the lab setup. Therefore, we will create a malicious file inside app.config by injecting netcat reverse backdoor. Which is sweet. Okay. Let's first change this to IP address 192.168.455. Port, let's see, port. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can just put. Oops. Port 4. This one. So have this 5. This one. Then we save that file over to just wait. So we're good to go. Please see that. Does it work? Ugh. It's fine. It is fine. Yeah. But it's just, yeah. Check. I just need to look this up. So our pen slash edit as follows. Actually, I know I did last second. So it says here that okay, this is config app to use. Okay, this is just syntax to be to use for the app config. The app for the app config. So let's just enter. Hang on. And open slash form slash text slash YouTube. Know for a fact. One 192.168.4.5.5 and port 433. I know the server is still running. It's still running. What did it do? Yeah, it's still running. Four. Right. Let's speak back to. Okay. Alright, so we can some more time put forward. There's upgrades. Radar. Oops. Guys, no permission. File permission. Remember I did just TMP over here, so the last. Oh, okay, so we can cd into slash etc slash whatever. So slash config. Where is our channel? Come on, where's the config? Jesus. Okay. Did we get to put our pawn? What went wrong the last time? Any problem? Look, we can look up for. Oh, alright. Fine. A cat on port. What should I say? Just wait a minute, okay? I'm gonna watch. Just wait. And that's how generally cron jobs are, so that's why sometimes running cron jobs as root is absolutely dangerous, because we can use that escalator privilege. And we'll be doing quite a number of I think a lot of the easy boxes in the proving ground really touches on some cron job exploitation, so we will be touching on quite a number of some cron jobs and how we can manipulate our way through them. So it's going to be very good practice for yourself. Oh my god. No, absolutely not. You can just do that. Ooh. Every time. What do you have this one? Okay, so just wait 1 minute, see. Let it run. And we should get a shell as root on there. Something is not going on right with what I've done. I do wrong. Oh. Alright. Let me see how long this video gets. It's quite long. Just gonna pause it until I'm able to get like a shot on it. Just wanted you all to see like how it pops out, really. That's why I'm keeping the video on. Just gonna wait for some few minutes. If I don't get what I'm looking for, then I'm just going to oh, there you go. Oh, so we're root now, so we can cd into /root and then ls, and voila. So we can see our proof.txt file, and then we can even just see what that run.sh does. yeah, copy slash root, let's see, mixing started. Okay, actually that had nothing to do with no, okay, so I was wrong. That cron job I'm talking about, this had nothing to do with this is just a separate cron job really. So but we do see that an update on the system happens every 1 minute, and we do see that is a run.sh, which basically copies the root password into the etc/password, and also the shadows and the groups into and copy it into the password, shadow, and group every 1 minute. So this is so basically a 2 cron job. That's what I'm saying, right? So this had nothing to do with it. Actually, I was wrong, very wrong. So hence we've been able to solve the box, and here concludes our box Filmsy. I hope this has been very informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And of course, happy hunting.